It is time. The Brabus 1300R Edition 23 is here. It's the second time that we are bringing a motorbike to the market since kicking off our cooperation with KTM almost exactly 1 year ago. I'm incredibly excited because it has very clearly developed itself in a variety of details. Today we're going to talk about what has stayed the same, we're going to talk about what has changed. And of course I'm not going to be doing that alone, but as always together with our CTO, Jörn Gander.
Hello, Constantin.
Nice bike. Beautiful motorcycle, 1300R Edition 23, the second year of our motorbike journey, and it remains exciting. Technically, it's not just one bike, but two. The platform is still the absolutely sensational KTM Super Duke 1290R Evo. Give us the facts.
V2 engine, 1300 cc's, 180 horsepower, 140 newton meters, top speed, 270 kilometers per hour. All of the electronic rider aids that you'd expect from a motorcycle such as this. Traction control, cornering ABS, 6 different ride modes, electronically adjustable suspension, electric preload, so features which encourage us, as they did in 2022, to choose this technology platform.
Just like in 22, we have two different color variants, and somehow all of this reminds me of many Brabus supercars that we've seen in recent years. What are the variants and why?
The Super Black and Stealth Gray variants. Two color concepts that we also used in the presentation of the rockets, and thus we have taken up the subject again here.
At first glance, it is still the Brabus 1300R, but if you look closer, quite a lot has changed. You have put in a lot of thought, and it is a clear evolution of the bike. Let's go over it from front to back.
For one, we overhauled the headlight mask in many of its details. More specifically, we integrated power domes into the carbon element above and expanded the use of carbon fiber on the side through various applications, and by introducing additional carbon accents. We have the crest stitching pattern, a very rocket-typical pattern. We have the new cover for the rear, which especially here on the Stealth Gray version accentuates the rear quite nicely. We have the new side mirrors, which offer more adjustment options and in turn add greatly to the ride safety. And additionally, of course, once again beautifully forged wheels. The Brabus Platinum Black version of the Monoblock Z, so a really nice wheel. A great project overall, and every component was very clearly overhauled, with a lot of work put into the details.
From a technical standpoint, I think the bike turned out great. But you know, I have that typical Brabus gene, and in the end, regardless of what colors are available, everything has to be black. Let's go over to the Super Black and talk a bit about design.
Well, definitely not very surprising that we are now standing in front of the black motorcycle.
I believe it's genetic, but seriously, two fantastic color variants, both of which, of course. And that's why we always choose and always have chosen gray and black, because it fits our brand core and because most of what we do is monochrome. And I believe here as well, exactly as we've seen in the rocket variants of the last few years, the colors gray and black create two completely different bikes in the end. If you choose gray, you get a bike which really makes the various parts much more identifiable. If you choose the black bike, you get a black, mean, badass Brabus 1300R, the Super Black variant. I particularly love the transition between the paint and the carbon fiber. I like the fact that the frame also fits really seamlessly into the overall design. I like that on the black variant, things like the display, the buttons, all of the bike's elements fit together seamlessly. The tire as well, so for me, in the end, it'll always be Super Black. But as I've said, all tastes are different, and that's why we have two color variants. The Brabus 1300R enters the next round with the Edition 23 and two great color variants, Stealth Gray and Super Black, both sensational naked bikes.